I gotta get a new tripod. This one's designed backwards. The one leg should be in the back, but it's in the front, so the weight balance is off. I gotta figure out. Let's see if I do this. Will that help? No. Come on. How can I do that? Hey, Northern, welcome in. So, I'm fighting with my tripod right now. I got this little small tripod. It's the one that I carry with me when I'm hunting. It's just a little it's tiny, teeny tiny. But I just figured out the issue with it. Totally stupid problem. It's designed backwards. So the part where the phone goes into, all the weight's on that side. There we go. Now I got it to stay. But the legs are backwards. So the leg that should be in the back of it, the back of the tripod, to give it support on the weighted side, is actually on the front of the tripod. So there's no support. So the weight of the phone makes the damn thing fall backwards. But I got it now. I had to hold it up with a monster can. But anyway. Hey, Tassie's here. Josie's here. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We got 4 people chilling, and none of y'all have bothered to even double tap that screen. Appreciate it. Thanks. I'm just giving you shit. All right, so I just went back through. I know I said I'd be back at like 7, but I had to do a few things. I had to pay some bills and shit. No, you can't turn the phone part. It's so stupid. I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't. So it's stupid the way this thing's designed. Like, yeah, you can't turn it. It's dumb. Totally stupid design, but whatever. Anyway, so guys, I totally forgot I had to go pay a bunch of bills real quick, So I had to go pay a bunch of bills, and then I went through the first live on the way down through the desert, trying to find, because I had mentally time stamped it. I looked at the time into the video and said it out loud so that I kind of remembered it when it happened. It was 74 minutes into the live when that lady pulled out in front of me when I was doing like 65. And I just went and looked at it. It was a lot fucking closer than I thought. If I would have even locked up the brakes, I didn't have time to stop. I would have hit her. And I was watching the video. I watched it like 4 or 5 times. I should have hit her. Hey, Tassie with the membership. Hell yeah. I should have hit that lady. So I think the only reason I didn't, and this sounds really screwed up, but every time we get close to, we're in San Diego, and drivers out here absolutely suck ass. I can make an entire freaking YouTube channel just from our dash cam videos, like stupid drivers, But I always say, like, every time we're in the Jeep or in the Blazer or something, I always say, damn, I wish we were in the truck. I would have just freaking ran right over them, right? Hey, Seth, welcome in. So I always say I should have, if we were in the truck, I would have just fucking ran right over him. This lady, like, I saw her pulling out from the left, and she pulled right in front of me to the point where you guys saw it. I had to go into the opposite oncoming lane of traffic to not run her over. And for a split second, I thought, I'm just going to hit her. I'm going to hit her. I'm going to hit her. And then I realized that little piece of shit probably didn't have a fucking penny's worth of insurance. So anyway, yeah, I should have hit that lady. I have insurance. We got full coverage on everything, so I would have been fine. But she didn't. I'm 100% sure that little piece of shit didn't have insurance. And if she did, she has like the bare state minimum that'll pay me like $4 for my truck, you know, and that'll be a fight. But anyway, hey, Mrs. SoCal's telling me Salad Boy struck again, and it's so sad that she can't hear your volume. She doesn't have the volume, so she can't hear my reaction. Oh, come on. I want to hear this. I got to hear this. I got to hear this one. Ah, shit. I know. We all want to hear it. I want to hear it. All right. I'm going to do this little thing again with the goals and see what it does. I'm going to try them both out and see what happens. I don't think I can do both at the same time, though. Because these are all new all of a sudden. Let's see. We'll go all colors. Let's start that one first and see what it does. I'm sure it won't do shit, but why not? It's there. Let's play with it, right? Let's play with it and see what happens. All right, come on. I want to hear this. So, we're 6 hours into a 10-hour shift, and he says it's his kid's Christmas concert today, and she just sent him a sad voice memo asking how he's going to make missing up for it later. Mind you, he didn't. Okay, so that's 150 characters. So she's going to have to type a second one. You guys that don't know about this guy's a piece of shit that she works with. He's the laziest fucking douchebag ever. He's like never gets his shit done on time, always has excuses, never effective. Like when something goes down and they need like all hands on deck. Yeah, the blister. We call him Salad Boy because we came up with the conclusion that he's about as useful as a salad that's been sitting on your freaking dashboard on a cross-country drive. So he didn't request the time off, just announces it and plays a sad, sad message. So I'm like, you need to be there. You could have asked for the time off. Someone to cover you would have covered it 1,000%. Okay. So she's going to be continuing because that's the. So I go on lunch, come back, and he's gone home sick. He went home sick, telling the other coworker he's going to surprise his kid. What a piece of fucking shit. So he just left everybody hanging. He's known about this for 6 months. Wow, what a piece of shit. I know she's got the volume turned down so she can't hear me because she's at work. But will somebody type in that I said he's a total piece of shit and he should be demoted? Dude's an asshole. Total asshole. How is he not fired? Exactly, Josie. How is he not fired? So, dude has a history of like not doing his work and totally abusing their scheduling and their time off and all that is like none I've ever seen for any other freaking place in the world. They have so much freaking time off and personal time, and they get like every holiday they get, double pay. Plus they earn like extra like day off credits and all kinds of shit, right? So it's damn near impossible to like not get a day off there, you know. All you got to do is put in your request, and 99 out of 100 times it's going to be approved. Unless, obviously like 8 or 10 other people have taken that day off, But for the vast majority of time off requests, you're going to get it. So, okay, exactly. So, see that? Like, he would have absolutely, if he would have put in a time off request, he would have absolutely got the time off. But instead, what he does is like he'll call out sick like on his normal scheduled day, but then he'll come in the next day, which is like his normal day off, and work overtime. So total piece of shit. He makes up his own schedule using the sick time and the vacation days and PTO and all that. And then when it comes to shit like this, the dude just goes home sick. What a piece of crap. He could have got the day off paid. Paid. So the way their company is, you have X amount of balances in different like categories, right? So like your sick days, right? You have X amount of sick time on the books. You have vacation time. You have like employee recognition time. I mean, there's like 5 different things that they have that they can use, like different balances, like sick day, like sick leave balances, basically, right? Like they can call out sick and not have to burn a sick day, but they still get paid for that day because they have other like balances that they can use. So this dude could have used like, he could have used, they have a child, like, they have a thing for like childcare. Like if your babysitter calls in sick, you can call work and you tell them, hey, my babysitter called in sick, I'm not going to be here. And you get paid for that under a freaking specialty deal where you have X amount of days a year that you can use that. If like your grandma gets sick and is in the hospital, you can use that as I mean, it's like, oh, my grandma's sick. They pay you for that day. It doesn't come out of your freaking vacation or your sick days. So this dude could have very well freaking used any of that. Got a full day off paid, and instead he goes to work and then fucking starts bitching and complaining about how he's there and then goes home sick. What an idiot. What an idiot. Did I see somebody say Cindy's here? Hey, Cindy here. Cindy's here. Welcome in, Cindy. But whatever, that's the kind of shit she deals with at work. Dude's a douchebag. Such a douchebag. He needs to be demoted or fired or both. But we're not going to rant about that. We're going to hang out and chill because good old SoCal here is like, today's the first day I've actually like got out of bed and been human in a week. I actually feel like I could go to the deer woods in the morning, but I know that it would be like the dumbest thing in the world for me to go to the deer woods in the morning because I'll just get sick again because it's going to be freezing cold out there. So no reason to oh, all right, she's got to go back to work. Yeah, that's all good though. But yeah, I'm like, man. Well, if you can't hear me, that's something on your own end because everybody else can. Temp is 34. Oh, warmed up for you, Josie. I don't know what it is here. According to my little thermometer over here, I can't see it. Let me get my lighter. Light up the area a little bit. It's like 55. 55-ish here. So, yeah, that's not bad here, but 15-mile-an-hour winds still ain't bad. I mean, so I was thinking about, even though I'm still kind of like on the tail end of having this freaking bullshit, whatever it was. Well, I know it was bronchitis, but on the tail end of having this crap, I was thinking about going out into the deer woods tomorrow. And then I did some research, and my season might have just got completely screwed over by the forestry department. So yesterday, they did a controlled burn 100 acres they burned, to like basically fire mitigation, burn it before it burns on its own, and they can control where it burns. So they did the controlled burn yesterday. It was 100 acres, but I was panicking yesterday. I almost ran out there yesterday and got my tree stand. So 64. Oh, that sounds perfect. But it was like 3/4 of a mile, just under 3/4 of a mile. It was like 0.68 miles from my tree stand. Which, if you guys were here the other day when I was down there hunting, my last live stream hunting with Starlink, that was right by my deer stand. The only reason I didn't get up on my stand that day is A, I didn't bring straps because that douchebag cut my tree straps. But B, I couldn't get the Starlink to link up over there. There's just too many trees. So I went down the way a little bit. But it was like 0.68 miles from where we were the other day, which means that all the deer in that area, because of that fire, have bailed. They're anywhere from 1 to 5 miles away from that area. So I got to go back to Plan B, which I don't know what Plan B is at this point. I mean, we got Starlink, so I can, pretty much go where I want. But I dropped a pin from that fire, like exactly where the fire was on Onyx. And then I did a 5-mile radius around that pin to see where those deer are going to go. And I did like 2 hours worth of research this morning on it. I figured out which direction they would most likely go by which way the smoke was blowing yesterday. The whole 9 yards. 5-mile radius from that puts me into some areas that, number one, are going to be massively populated with people. We're talking mountain bikers and hikers and Boy Scout troops and church groups and, Jehovah's Witnesses and, all of these freaking people out there. Hey, 22, welcome in. So I don't know what to do now. I don't know where to go. But season ends completely, 100% done at sunset on New Year's Eve. So I'm running out of time. I got to find a new spot to go. So workman kicking your ass. Hey, that's good though. That's good. Fucking put in that time, make that money. Bust that overtime out and put all your overtime into a separate account for 20 years down the line from now. Hey, that's cool. Everybody and their brothers are welcome to come through. Come in, hang out, talk shit. I'm surprised we haven't had a troll yet. Because 22's here. I know 22, man. He's funny as fuck. And, the trolls would be, he'd eat them alive. Because you guys all know the rules. When it comes to trolls on this channel, there are no rules. Oh, yeah, the Deerwoods too. Yeah, the Deerwoods it's going to be a zoo out there. It's always a zoo out there on the weekends. This area is like the most predominant hiking and mountain biking area in Southern California. There's more miles of hiking and mountain bike trails out there than anywhere else in Southern California. So, plus it's close to, it's a 35, 40-minute drive. Well, longer depending on where you live, but from like the airport, right? Take like the airport in downtown San Diego, right in the middle, smack dab middle of downtown San Diego. Hey, Muddy Waters. Hey, welcome in, John. But it's a 45-minute drive. So we'll call it, average of an hour drive for anybody out in San Diego area. Um, so it's close for everybody. So every flatlander, city slicker, freaking snot-nosed concrete warrior out there wants to think that, like, oh, we're going to go out to the mountains and we're going to go hike and we're going to be cool, It ain't like that. They come out there and they're douchebags. They come out here during hunting season, like yelling and screaming and blowing air horns and all that when they see hunters, telling us how we're murderers and, you know, we should just buy our meat from the store and, you know, how it's animal cruelty and all that. So we got to deal with all that all through deer season. And deer season out here is like the nicest part of the year, really, in the mountains. So, but, that's what we got to deal with. So we do it. I need to do, and I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to throw the Starlink in the backpack and do some scouting in some other areas. So I gotta get the hell off that mountain, or get. I don't have to get off that mountain. I got to get into a better spot on that mountain that's less people-y. And I have a few areas that I know there's less people. It's just like getting in there's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to go out this year over the summertime and cut some of my own trails in. And I have a little badass little like 6-inch battery powered chainsaw that I could take and just throw it in the backpack and kind of cut my own trails through. So there's a bunch of public land out here to hunt. The problem is it's like public land and there's so many public people on it that don't care about hunting and think hunting is a problem, that they just overwhelm it all through deer season. My backyard right back here is public land, and it's checkerboarded with private land, but 99 out of 100 of the people that own the private land out here don't give a shit if you're crossing their land. They don't care. They know. But we had a couple guys out here yesterday quail hunting, and they were shooting towards the houses here. So, if you guys were in the live originally when I first started up and I stopped at the little store here, you guys heard me talking to Danny about how last year there was another guy out here that was hunting out here that was shooting towards the houses from like 130 yards, which, I know it's a little bit different in every state, but generally 150 yards from the way they have it written in the fish and game handbooks and rules is like 150 yards from an occupied dwelling, which could be like a barn out in the middle of the field, but 150 yards is like the very limit. Hey, Chaos Goat, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. But these guys were at 130 yards shooting towards the houses, and I know you're gonna be hard pressed to hit anything, 130 yards with a shotgun with birdshot, but I ended up taking the AR and fucking dumping a few rounds into the hill, kind of behind them, just to prove a point. Haven't seen those specific guys out here since, but, I fucking screamed at those dudes. Told them they're on private land, because right where they were on private land. This hillside right behind my house is private land. I have permission from the owner of that little strip to hunt that, but up behind that is all BLM land. So you got to cross the private to get to the BLM. But, I decided that, because they were shooting towards the house, and I could hear, and next time the sun's out and I do a live in the backyard, I'll show you guys exactly where they were. But I could hear the birdshot hitting the trees right back out here behind the house. And thankfully, none of it came in, past my fence line. But I was fucking yelling at them, telling them how they're on private land, and they're like, "Oh, well, we know the game warden and we know the sheriffs," and I'm like, "Bro, no, you don't. We're in a tiny little town of fucking 600 people, and we know all the sheriff's deputies out here on a first name basis. So go ahead and call them because we're gonna win. You're not. You're not from here, and they're going to see where you're shooting from." And I had video of it. They'll see where you were shooting from and what direction you were shooting at, and they're gonna detain you until Fish and Game gets there, and you're gonna get fucking ass fucked on all these charges. Haven't seen those dudes since. But we had a couple other guys yesterday morning, rolling up that hillside shooting quail. Which, I mean, I can't say anything about it because I go out there and shoot quail. If I decide like I want quail for dinner, I go out in the backyard with a shotgun and I go freaking shoot a limit of quail real quick. And by real quick, I mean like I can go out here and have a limit of quail in like 5-10 minutes. Um, hey, Cindy, all right, have a great day. So I really can't go out there and like complain about people hunting quail back there. Even though it is private land right there, like I'm not going to say shit. It's private land, but it's like they don't use that land for anything, and it's the side of a mountain, so it's not useful. But when you're shooting towards my house, man, that's a different problem. That's a problem. I don't care where you're at, who you are. If you're shooting towards a house, and not only my house, but like the neighbors, and there's people that walk through the back out here. Um, there's one lady that walks every day down the wash back there. That's where she goes for her little walk. She takes her dog, and she walks back through that back wash back there. They walk all the way down through the back wash over to the pond and back. There's little kids that ride their dirt bikes through there. The kids in this neighborhood don't play on video games, they play outside. And that back wash is a great spot for these kids to play. They're out there playing hide and seek and freaking airsoft and all kinds of shit out there all the time. You hear them. So for those idiots to be, under 150 yards from the houses and shooting at the houses, like, they're lucky the only thing I did was shoot a few yards behind them. I could have put one. My rifle is, I'm not trying to brag or, say I'm holier than thou or anything like that, but 1,000-yard shot for me is fun. Me and my buddy, we love shooting long distance. And at the 150 yards, I could have freaking shot him left-handed, blindfolded, upside down, hanging from my feet with that rifle. So they're lucky that all I did was popped off a couple, shot a cactus a little bit behind them. Common sense, you're 100% right. Common sense is not common anymore. Common sense is like rare nowadays. Extremely rare. I mean, look, you guys that were watching while I was driving up the mountain tonight. I'm going up the fucking mountain on a windy ass road. There's one car in front of me in the slow lane for a mile. And that dumb son of a bitch cut me off to the point where I went from the fast lane to the slow lane to not hit him. And then he went driving down into the valley this morning or this afternoon. That fucking lady comes off of that T intersection and doesn't even fucking look, just pulls out into a road where the speed limit right there, yeah, it's 55. But there's no highway patrol on that road. So average speed on that road's like 75, 80. We're buffering? Are we? Are we buffering or is it just northern? All right, we shouldn't be buffering. It's just northern? Okay. Not buffering. Okay, good, because I'm on Wi-Fi at the house and I got full cell signal here, so shouldn't lose service. But, that lady pulled out in front of me. I went into fucking the opposite lane. It's a 2-lane road. You know, we're going east. I had to go into the westbound lane to not hit her, which the more and more I think about it, I'm kind of mad at myself for not hitting her. I should have ran her ass over like a goddamn freight train because that would have, got me my new truck. Well, not the truck I want, but it would have got me a new truck. The image is glitching. It must be only Josie or Chaos. How's the video? I trust you two to tell me the truth. I don't believe it's frozen. Looks good. Good on your end? Okay. So somebody's just trying to troll. Or somebody's having issues with their side. But, you know, I trust everybody to tell me the truth. It's irregular. Northern, it has to be just you, man, because Josie and Chaos and Muddy Waters all told me it's fine. And I know for a fact none of them would steer me the wrong way. So take 3 grams and look at that. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. $60-mile-an-hour wind and snow. Holy shit. Where's that at? So I know Rod was here earlier saying that most of their snow melted where he's at in Montana, but they had like hurricane force winds going on. North Iowa? Okay, yeah, you're up there in that area where you guys get hammered. So, yeah, that's just my little freaking party light that I got at the house. It's not actually stars, it's just the party light. And actually, I think the canopy part of it looks better than the rest. Like, let me see if I can make this work with this phone. Oh, I think that's as far down as it goes, huh? Yeah, that's as far as it goes. Damn it. Here, we can do that. Oh, I gotta fucking... All right, I'm trying to readjust. This tripod I got for the little phone right here is backwards. It'd work great if I had the, if I could turn it, but... Screw that, 20 below. No, I'm good with that. Nope, it's supposed to be in the 50s after. Wow. Probably snowy in the Sierra. I don't know. I don't think we've had enough. Yeah, we got mountains down here. I mean, dude, if it was daylight, you'd be able to see them. You're born that way, so you're used to it. I'll tell you what, my Southern California ass would be complaining and frozen the whole time. Negative 30s and 40s, dude. That's just inhumane. No, I didn't see that. Fishy ate it. Oh, was he on the live or was that like a video? I mean, yeah, as long as he's okay, it's hilarious. You know, if he's not okay, it's not funny, but if he's okay, that's hilarious. We have a rule out here. He made a short of it. Okay. We have a rule out here when we're out in the desert riding that if somebody crashes, you're not allowed to laugh at them until they tell you they're okay. When they're okay, it's like no holds barred. No holds barred. You think he was live? Okay. He might have done it on a live. It's a bad fall. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it takes his breath away. Damn. I haven't seen it. I'll have to go watch it. On the ice, too. Ice is like hitting concrete. So, you know, that had to hurt. Did he just slip and eat shit or what? I've never fallen on the ice because we don't have that here. So, but I mean, ice is like concrete, so that had to hurt. You see his feet go above his head. Oh shit! So he just full on breaking yard sailed himself. That sucks. That totally sucks. That sucks. I mean, it's funny now that he's okay, but damn, that sucks. Ice is way thicker than concrete around there. Yeah, but I mean, still, like, thin or thick, man, it's still freaking solid. That shit's gonna hurt. You land just right, you're breaking something. He was dragging his sled. Oh man, that had to hurt. I've busted my ass a few times in the deer woods and that hurt. But ice, man, at least in the deer woods, like the worst will happen is you'll fall on a stick. Well, maybe a rock or a cactus out here, but the ice, that's just like swan diving into the concrete. Hey, peace. Hey, I mean, if you were tripping, this is the perfect like visuals for it, right? Yeah, dude, I'm standing right here. It's like broad daylight, peace. I mean, what's? Yeah, maybe you are tripping. No, I got the light going up on the canopy, but you know, hey, leave it alone. I need to go out tomorrow. There's a bush by my back fence. I got to go cut. The fucking dog. He like they'll go out there chasing whatever's. I have a little water thing out of the back gate, and the dogs will go out there to like chase whatever it is at the water at night. And I don't know if it's a branch or what, or a piece of fence that I can't see that's broken, like a piece of the chain link that's broken and sticking out or something in the bush. But my dog's got like twice now. He's cut his freaking face like right next to his eyeball on it. So I gotta go fix that. You gonna get a light like this? Yeah, they're freaking cool. I got another one that just might probably end up, not saying anything, but being the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. The box is all screwed up. The box got wet. And when I first put the shed up, there was a leak in the shed, and I didn't realize that the box got wet. But the light's perfect. But I might just put it in a different box for the giveaway. But they're just they're just maybe winning the freaking 1,500 giveaway. Hey, hunting and stuff, right? This is actually like when we got people over and we got a party going on or whatever. These lights are actually pretty cool at the house. I got a couple different sets that we set up. Now with the shed right where it's at, it's actually kind of better because it doesn't like go over into the neighbors. But if I and this thing's just sitting on the air conditioner right now, so I need to actually like permanently mount it somewhere. But it hits like, I don't know how well you guys can see it on camera, but the light itself is, you can see the light right there. But it hits the canopy. I think looks freaking cool. The little patio canopy up. It's just a big old like what 12 by 18 shade sail. It looks awesome on that. But even out in the yard, like on the tree, I know you guys can't see the tree in the dark, but even on the tree, on the ground, the whole 9 yards, it just looks fucking cool. And without the canopy here, it hits like the hillside way out and back. So like you see that, there's those two red lights like right in the middle of the screen. Those are friggin' big old power lines back there. But these little lights will actually bounce off the wires back there. It looks super cool. All right, what, dude? No, I'm not throwing your stupid ball. I'm not throwing the ball, dude. Not even. Hey, right on, Cass. Have a good one, man. Hopefully, we'll see you fishing the ice pretty soon here. But yeah, I gotta go out and cut that. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. Said I was gonna do it today, and I didn't do it. But tomorrow, I'm gonna have to go out there and cut that bush and find out what the hell the dog keeps running into. And hey, Drew, welcome in. But yeah, I gotta figure out what's cutting my dog's face out there, because like he's had 2 nasty cuts in the last like week from something out there. I'm almost wondering, and this is kind of fucked up because this turns out to be what's really doing it. It's my fault. I got my 3D deer target out there, and somehow, some way, I don't know how I did it. I put an arrow through the antlers on the target, so I just left it in there because it's like a 1 in a trillion shot. I don't even know how I hit the antlers. I was aiming for the heart, but something happened. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's the arrow that he keeps running into. All right, I kind of missed chat here a little bit. Oh, not really. Yeah, Josie, you got to get a deer before I do. I haven't, no, peace. I haven't even been out since last Thursday. That's why you guys haven't seen me. I went out last Thursday. I did that Starlink stream, the first Starlink stream out there, and I was already kind of sick when I went out, and I just got sicker by going out there while I was already sick. So take the tip off that. Yeah, I don't know if it's. I don't think it's the arrow. I don't think it is. And it's a field point that's like super dull. But I don't know. I gotta go cut that bush and find out. It might be a branch. It might be a branch on that bush. So, but he's got like 2 gnarly cuts right next to his eye. Like the one's like right at the corner of his eye. Like another 1/8 of an inch, it would have been in the eyeball. So, but they don't seem to bother him. I put some medicine and shit on it, and he's fine. But no barbed wire or anything. Nothing out there like that. But I don't know. I think it's a stick in that tree because it's one of these stupid desert trees that has like thorns. So it might have been a thorn or a stick, or it's about the width of a freaking piece of a chain link fence. So there's a possibility that there's a piece of that chain link that somehow, some way broke and is sticking out. I mean, I doubt it, but Hey guys, we got a troll. We got a freaking troll. You guys have at it. Have at it. Gone, you're in the wrong freaking spot to troll, brother. Actually, I shouldn't call you brother. It's more like he, she. But, you know, you just walked into a world of hurt, dude, if you want to keep trolling. This is the wrong spot for you, dude. We'll eat you alive. Dude, let me see your face. That's not bad. It's all scabbed up. His face is all scabbed up, but why is it all these little kids come in talking about being gay? I guess it's because they're like in the closet still and they're afraid to come out to their family. But whatever. Hey, it's me. Welcome in. All right, pup. You're a little attention whore, dog. $20.25. It's the way of the world today, right? These little trolls think they think they're relevant, but all they're doing is making themselves look stupid. Yeah, see, he has no other freaking nothing else to say. Oh, you're big gay. Yeah, you're a big fucking disappointment and disgrace to your family, but you know, it's all good. This kid's parents are wishing they would have aborted him. The only thing he's going to get for Christmas is a tamale. That way, at least he's got something to unwrap. Must suck coming from a family where you got to unwrap tamales to at least say you can, you know, have something to unwrap on Christmas. But whatever. Yeah, gone. How's it feel knowing that your dad likes to pop you in the ass on a regular basis? You know, you can tell your school counselor about that, right? And they'll do something about it. I mean, you don't have to. Hey, Longbow, welcome in. We got a troll in here, and I don't know if you know the rules of the trolls here, but no holds barred, anything goes. I know you like to troll the trolls just as well as the rest of us. So this little gone kid comes in, the first thing he talks about is being gay and all that. So, you know, have at it. No holds barred. There's no rules in this channel when it comes to the trolls. Doesn't matter if we're hunting, shooting the bow, or just hanging out. Trolls just walk themselves into a world of hurt and no rules. Like, you can say anything you want to the trolls on my channel. Actually, the meaner and the worse things you say to the trolls, the funnier and the better it is. But yeah, I gotta get out and cut that. I gotta cut that bush tomorrow. Find out what the hell keeps stabbing my dog in the face. So I think what I'll do is I'll take him over there and I'll like make him stand there and kind of figure out what's like, you know, at the facial cut level and figure out what it is. And then I'll just rip that whole bush out of there. Who's the troll? I haven't seen him say anything in a minute. It was, all right, he wasn't even a good troll. Like, he had nothing good. Gone 3302. Like, he was a boring troll. He had nothing good other than, like, you know, all the typical little gay stuff. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh, we got another one, too. Sweet, guys. Trolls are showing up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, both of these, Gone and Katoon, or wherever the family Spittoon. Look at both of these kids, both of these little disgraces to their family want to come in here and troll. Maybe we should set them up together so that, they can do each other instead of their dads. Well, I'm not a bit sensitive, dude. It's not triggering me one bit. You just walked into the wrong channel to freaking troll, dude. We fucking love to eat you guys alive. Yeah, right, hunting stuff. I think they're both catchers, to be honest with you, Longbow. I think both of these kids are catchers, and I think their dad is the pitcher. And I also think they're afraid to tell anybody, because they don't want to. They don't want to self-incriminate that they enjoy it. My generation was always too sensitive, bro. My generation went fucking running into war when your generation went running into a fucking quiet corner for a juicy box and a coloring book. So you want to talk about sensitive, you little fucking retard. You just gotta learn some history. Your generation makes my generation wish abortion was retroactive. You need to hit them some scripture, right? How would you know that? Could, what's your name? Fucking wannabe cartoon? How would you know anything about that? Yeah, look at freaking Longbow. He is. Dude, you think this is triggered? If you think this is triggered, then you're fucking dumber than you look. You're not even funny. You're like not even amusing. Triggered? Nope. See, I don't get triggered. I'm not a little freaking blue hair wannabe liberal like you. I don't get triggered. Yeah, he's definitely a weak troll. You're right about that piece. You're definitely right about that. 100%. He has like, I mean, he's not even funny. Dude, you ain't triggering shit, bro. Longbow got triggered once. And then he triggered about 400 motherfuckers on the other side with towels on their head. What, you snuck your mom's phone so you could try to troll streams? Yeah. I believe it. Turn my camera so you can see what I look like? Well, if you're a regular subscriber to the channel, then, you'd know what I look like. Oh, I sound gay? What, do I remind you of your dad? And your grandpa and your brother and yourself? I know these trolls are boring. They're like not even like, what do they got? Fucking, oh, you're gay, bro. The ones that come in, like the first thing they talk about is, oh, you're gay or, gay this or gay that. They're the ones that got the fucking dude crushes. So, What happens if you do subscribe? You're going to have to watch the channel and find out. You have no dick to get on or off, buddy. Wow, trolls are coming in quick and hot tonight. That's kind of funny. I'm just waiting for an actually good, funny troll. Like, all the young kids say everything that's gay, right? But the funny part is like they're the ones with the fucking gay tendencies. So, you know, they're just freaking embarrassed of who they are as a person. They have no life other than trolling freaking YouTube channels, thinking they're funny, but you know, they're not. Now, see, Mark, that was funny. That was kind of funny. Wow, look at all these fucking, like, they have nothing. They have nothing. They got nothing. Right, Drew? Mark's was funny. That one, I'll give him credit. That one was pretty funny. The first sign of AIDS is a penis in your ass. Watching the kids at your son's school. Yeah, and this just proves, you know, all these little stupid freaking, all these stupid little trolls are just children with like no lives, no friends, no family that cares about them. So they think that like coming onto a freaking random ass live stream on YouTube and trolling is like, I don't know. It's funny picking on an emotionally soft person. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, when you're somebody as emotionally soft as you, but see, the problem is you're not even funny, bro. And you want to call me emotionally soft, bro? You're fucking talking to the wrong motherfucker. I have no heart, and I have no fucking qualms about freaking ripping your fucking little heart out. I wouldn't think twice about it. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my life's been. You don't know what I'm capable of or what I was trained to do. Hey, Glenn, welcome in. What are we looking at? Oh, we're just chilling in the backyard with the lights going. I've been sick as shit for like the last week. I got bronchitis because I already knew I was sick, and I went out in the deer woods and just got sicker. So I figured, like, you know, figured that I didn't want to miss a day of the season. So I was like, screw it, I'll go hunt while I'm sick, knowing that it was going to make me sicker because it was freaking freezing ass cold with the wind and all that shit. And so being stubborn like I am and deciding that, you know, you can't call in sick, I went out and I ended up getting even sicker. And instead of like sitting at home for 2 or 3 days and getting better, I decided that I was going to go out and just made myself even worse. So, you know, it was a stupid thing, but it's all good. It's not like I haven't been sick before, and it's not like I haven't, you know, missed days of doing shit because I was sick. So I'm just gonna hit it hard once I was considering going out in the morning, but there's a big old freaking forestry did a controlled burn, and it kind of blew out the area because they did the controlled burn like, you know, less than 3/4 of a mile from my spot. So that kind of blew out the whole area for a little bit. So now I got to I'm going to spend tomorrow going through the maps and going through all my old maps and all that and kind of pick a new spot because, you know how deer are with fire. They don't like it, so they're going to take off. So, but it's all good. I figure what I'm going to do is like next year I'm going to come out and I'm going to steal Josie's spot. Well, I said I was going to steal Josie's spot, but um, you know, Josie apparently has no deer in her spot either, so I might have to come out and steal freaking Tony's spot. No, I think what I'm going to do next year is I'm still debating. Um, I have an opportunity to go hunt Michigan on some private land next year, um, but I think if I'm going to travel to hunt, I want to put my money into a big old fat ass bull elk, and you know, maybe I'll just go do an elk because archery elk is probably the funnest hunt ever. It's brutal. It's wow. I mean, for some of us, it's brutal. For others, it's not. It's a freaking walk in the woods. But for some, it's brutal because you're in some gnarly country. But at least the elk aren't shooting back at you in that type of country. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a place up in Colorado I want to hit where they run a drop camp. Basically, what happens is they got a preset camp, and it's out there. Takes a day to get from like their main like lodge up to the preset camp. So um, I'm kind of thinking about doing that. They horseback you in on the up to the it's basically a drop camp. They horseback you up into there, drop you off. You get for using their service, you get like the landowner tags and all that. You get an elk, a deer, and a bear tag. And what happens is they drop you at camp with like everything you're going to need for the week, all your supplies that you bring with you, your bow, your gun, depending on what season it is, plus all your food, all your water, all the, everything you're going to need to be out for a week. They drop you off, and then once you harvest, you call back down to the lodge, and they'll send their guy out to basically pack out whatever it was you harvested. You obviously tell them, oh, I got a deer, or I got an elk, or I got a bear, or whatever. And they send the appropriate people with the appropriate gear to field dress and pack out whatever it is you got. And then um, if you want to bail out at that point, if you're out for elk and you got your elk, you're not interested in a bear or a deer, then, they'll pack you and all your freaking gear back out. Or, say you get in there like the first day you get your elk, but you want your deer. They'll come out, they'll pack out your elk, and then once you get a deer, if you get your deer, then they'll you call them back, they'll come out, they'll pack it all out. It's only like $3,200, so to me it's totally worth it for that. So hey, it's me. Right on, man. Have a great night. But I think that'd be a really fun hunt, especially being up there in freaking the Rockies doing that. I think that would be awesome. So I'm kind of debating on like, I don't want to hunt here the next year. I really don't want to hunt my local area next year. I want something different. I want to change a pace. So yeah, it's only 3,200 for that one, which is actually really not bad for what the industry rates actually are. You know, some of these Texas hunts are like 10 and 12 grand. And, you know, they're telling you what deer you can shoot, you know. So, you know, at least this one, it's like, yeah, you're still kind of going out blind, you know. They've got all the information on the area and they're going to give you a bunch of information, but you're going into an area without scouting, without cameras, without, you know, knowing the area. So, you know, it's it's kind of a good deal. $3,200 is not bad for that kind of a hunt. You know, that's affordable for most people that hunt, you know. And it's, you know, a week, you know. I did the math on it and just getting to Michigan, even though I can get 12 tags in Michigan, you know, the out of state fees and the travel expense and all that, you're looking at more than 3 grand. So this this other drop camp thing up in Colorado looks pretty badass. And I kind of want to book 2 spots up there next year, one for deer or one for archery and one for rifle. Just because, you know, I think next year for sure I'm gonna hunt rifle just because, like, I have a goal. I want an elk at 1,000 yards, and that's not possible here, and it's definitely not possible with a bow. So, you know, a bow like 50 yards, you're pushing it. So, the green ones are faster than the blue ones. Here, check this out, Drew. Let me do this. Where's my little remote? Where'd I put the remote? It's right there. All right, Drew. Here we go. How's that for you? Wait, let's go. All right. Where's the... Oh, that's one of the lower ones. All right, which one's faster now, Drew? You only burned 5 so far? I haven't burned any in like the last week. Well, I should, but oh, now they're too fast. Here we go. How's that? What's trippy is like the outside edges are way faster. The corner's freaking hauling ass. But then you get into the middle and it's not as bad. But that one right there, like, this gives Mrs. SoCal a headache with these speeds. If she was home, I wouldn't be doing it, but she's at work, so. But then you can slow it way the fuck down too. Or kill it and just pause it. But there's like the slowest. And then it just goes into like, if you're on shrooms, it's going to confuse your brain. The slow ones are kind of cool. The blue and green, yeah, the blue and green are the best. The red, so check this out. If I turn the red one on, I hate this. I hate this about this thing. So, oh, I got the remote upside down. That's why I was going the wrong way with it. But if I turn on the red with it, watch how it like flashes every little while. See that? I don't know why it does that. Like, you can't stop it from doing that flash. Or can you? No. Because it does look cool with all 3 of them going, but it does that stupid like flash pause thing. or it'll do the strobe, which that just freaking freaks me out. I like it. It's out the. So there may or may not be one of these in the next giveaway. But you can get them on Amazon. I forget exactly what they're labeled and called, but Amazon has them. They're, God, I forget what the hell they're called on there. But if you go on Amazon and type in Bliss, BLISS, light, there are a whole bunch of these will pop up. Whole bunch of these things will pop up. So there's most likely going to be one. Bro, little kid, the last thing you want to do is fucking torment an Iraqi or fucking Afghan or Vietnam vet, because you're going to say the wrong fucking thing to somebody one day and they're going to end your fucking life. You talk like a kid that's never been punched in the face before, and somebody's going to fucking rail you one day. Somebody is going to absolutely fucking ruin your fucking face one day for you. They're going to definitely rearrange it. They're going to put your fucking nose where your ear is. I guarantee it. This kid wants to think it's funny to talk shit to a veteran, but one day he's going to fucking say something. And a veteran is going to fucking treat him like a fucking goddamn terrorist. And he's going to end this kid's fucking life. This kid's going to play with fire and get burned like a motherfucker. But maybe that'll give him a purpose in life. He's definitely never been punched in the fucking mouth. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. And one day, this little kid's going to say something to the wrong fucking person. And they're going to either track him down and beat his ass, or he's going to say it in public and they're going to fucking mop the floor with him. I guarantee it, bro. This kid has no idea what these fucking veterans have gone through and what they're capable of. And I personally guarantee you do not want to find out the hard way. It doesn't matter if you're fucking not American or fucking Iraqi or fucking a goddamn Somalian. Oh, you haven't been here for these yet? Stop. I usually, like, when I'm chilling out in the backyard, just throw these on. It doesn't matter if you're an American gone. It doesn't fucking matter. Every country's got their veterans. And their veterans see shit that have seen shit and have done shit that not even your fucking nightmares could comprehend. And you're going to say something one day to one of them, or in the presence of one of them, and they're going to fucking end you. The last thing you want to see, I don't give a fuck what country, the last thing you want to see is what a veteran can fucking do to you when you say the wrong shit in front of them. You don't respect your veterans, you little fucking faggot. You've been talking shit about veterans. So, eat a bag of dicks. Oh, wait, you would enjoy that. You would enjoy that. But I'm telling you right now, kid, it's obviously you've never been punched in the fucking face. And one day, you're gonna get a fucking vet that's gonna fucking ruin your life. One day. It's coming, brother. It's coming. As a matter of fact, you know what? This little kid's a fucking piece of shit. This kid's a piece of shit. Somebody do me a favor and check his channel and see where he's from. You? What do you mean you, Slap Doctor? Oh, you're from Mexico? All right. A country with no fucking worthwhile fucking military anyway. I bet this little kid's a cartel bitch. I bet the cartels treat him like a fuck toy. Mexico thinks he's hard. Yeah, you fucking idiot. I don't respect you or your veterans. Mexico. Like fucking Mexico's a hard country. So yeah, I'm right. Fucking little Gon has fucking his parents give him tamales for fucking Christmas, so that way he has something to unwrap. All right, Josie. So we just proved he's not only a fucking little idiot, but he's a liar too. 28 subs, been a channel since 2018, huh? Yep. Yeah, Israel's a bitch. Dude, this little kid is gonna fucking say something to somebody one day. And they're gonna fucking end his life. Guarantee it, man. What an idiot with this stupid shit that he's saying. And he thinks it's like pissing people off or whatever. And it's not. It's just making him look like the stupid little fucking his daddy's little boy toy that he is. So I guarantee you, if somebody were to show up at his door and call his bluff, he'd piss himself right there in his own doorway of his own house. Or the homeless shelter. Because I'm pretty sure kids like that don't have a house. You think I'm sensitive, bro? You're fucking dumber than you look. Oh, dude, that's badass. 15K in 8 hours? That's killer. Fuck yeah. That's badass. Dude, it's hard to get the 15K views on a short like that, especially for a newer channel. So, whatever you did, keep doing it. However, if you edited it or whatever your titles and your hashtags and your thumbnail and all that was, take note and keep doing the same damn thing. Because eventually that 15K is going to turn into like, 1.5 mil. It takes a minute, but if you can do it right. Just going to run it. Let her run. Let her rip, dude. Just let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. And as long as that thing's still getting good views, 15K in 8 hours, dude, that's almost 2K views an hour. So let that thing roll. Let that freaking short just go and go and go until it does like die out. And then post your other one, your next one. You know what I mean? Yeah, they want more of the same. Exactly. Whatever the viewers that you have that are watching that, I guarantee if you post up another one very similar, they'll watch that too. But Turner was talking about yeah, they usually die after about 12 hours. Turner was talking about that. He was like, because he's had the million view shorts and all that, and he's talking about how the best course of action is to let that run, and when that run starts to die off, then you post another one, and it'll boost up again. So But yeah, just when you get success like that, man, take note and keep on keeping on with that same damn thing. Because, that's where it's going to boost your channel the most. All right, let me go back in here and restart this thing. All right. What the fuck? What, Josie? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Yeah, like Josie had that one short, and it was like what, 4 seconds long, and it hit like, what's that one up to, Josie? The fish one, or the not a fish one? Because last I saw, she was up to like over 45K. Oh yeah, just let the trolls say weird shit. It just makes them feel relevant, even though they're like the farthest thing from relevant there is. But you know, 44. You haven't looked? Okay, yeah. It's still, I mean, like, and Josie posted that shit. Josie posted that when her channel was like, she only had a handful of videos, you know, and that thing hit really hard. So that tells you right then and there that you don't have to be a major fucking channel to get the views. So you're high as fuck and you're dumber than shit too, Slim City. Thinks he's cool because he's from Hawaii. Nerds make a bunch of channels because they get blocked. Yeah, yeah, that is true. It's like their only objective in life is to be a fucking idiot. But it proves that like all these trolls will never amount to shit in life. They're young kids now, and when they're adults, they'll be fucking 35 years old living in fucking mommy and daddy's house still. What are we on about? We're just fucking shooting the shit, hanging out. Normally, I'd be either out fishing or hunting or out in the desert, but I've been sick for a week, so I haven't done shit. So we're just kind of chilling, hanging out, talking shit. Come here, come here, come here. What the fuck tripped you out? Something tripped out the dog. I don't know what the hell it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Travis C. Because he did that to quite a few people. He did that to Cindy. Like he made up a whole new profile of Cindy. He made up one of who else was it? There's a few that he did that to. I think it might have been Steel City. Not was it Steel City? I don't know. There's a few that he did that to, but somebody did it. He did it to somebody. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was probably Travis C, who's the only person that's ever earned a lifetime ban on my channel. Just because, fuck Travis C and fuck his uncle. Him and his stupid bullshit. Oh, it's been fucking okay. Ugly Duckling. That might have been one of Travis C's names. I'm surprised nobody's seen good old Bruce for a while. I saw him pop up in Crappy Man's live the other day, and he said hi to somebody. Who was it? I forget who it was. He said hi to somebody, and then never said a word after that. After he realized I was in the chat, like he took off in a fucking heartbeat. Shorts are just your thing while you're dealing with family shit. Yeah, dude. I mean, hell, whatever freaking works. You know what I mean? Whatever works. I got a buddy of mine, very, very, very good friend of mine, right now as we speak, is on a fucking plane, probably somewhere over Kansas or fucking somewhere in that area, on his way back to New York because his mom passed. So whatever, whatever shit you got to use to deal with getting through family shit, fucking use it, do it. Because when it comes down to the end of the day, man, family is where it's at, and it's family, not relatives. I've always said this from fucking day one that relatives are those you're born into, family are those you choose. I got some brothers that are not my actual biological brothers, but they're fucking more brothers to me than my biological family. Oh yeah, okay. Vegas. I lived in Vegas for a minute. Haven't been back since. I've driven through, but I haven't been back since. Vegas is not what it used to be, man. You used to be able to go to Vegas and you can get a hotel room for, $30 at a nice fucking hotel. And let's see, you can go to the buffet for like $4, eat like a fucking king in the buffets for nothing. Now, last time I was there, we were driving through. I was driving up to Utah, and we're like, shit, let's stop and get some food in Vegas. You know, the food's always been on point. The buffets are cheap as shit. We went into the buffet and it was fucking $99 a person. We're like, nope, fuck that. We'll hit the drive-through and eat on the road. I don't even stop to gamble. I was like, fuck that. If they're gonna charge $99 for a buffet, you know, fuck that. Vegas is cool, like but it's so freaking overpriced now. So overpriced. Like when I was living there, um, I was working security at the MGM, and you can go in there and you can go to the freaking buffet for $15, and you definitely got your $15 worth. Now it's freaking some of them are $99, and like the food's not as good as it was. It's not the same. The hotel rooms are outrageous. You're paying $300, $400 for a room for a night, plus like $50 to park. Plus, like some of these places have a resort fee attached now that they don't tell you about right at first. That's like $100 a day, for a resort fee. It's getting ridiculous. You gotta go to Vegas nowadays with the mindset that you're gonna drop thousands just to go freaking be there, and that's without gambling. Even with the players cards, man, it's hey, money, you're out of here. Right on, man. Have a great one. Even with the players cards, a bunch of the shit's worthless now. Like, and it's not the same vibe as it used to be. It's more now like Vegas started and Vegas grew and did its thing, became Vegas because Vegas was the place where your average carpenter or plumber or doctors and lawyers or, school bus driver could go sit there at the same table at the same casino and everybody felt like a fucking king. You were treated like royalty. Now it's like you're looked at as a freaking number, you know, and it doesn't matter who you are and what you are. And, they just want your goddamn money. They don't care about, you know, the fact that, you know, little Sally Smith from freaking Arkansas could go to Vegas and, you know, be treated like goddamn royalty for the week or, the weekend or however long they were there. Now they're like, fucking welcome to Vegas, fucking give us your money and get the fuck out. Back in the days, like way back in the days when like the Sands and the Dunes and like, you watch like the old school like Casino and, all those old school movies, right? Um, you see all the old school hotels and it was like, 99-cent prime rib and this and that. And that's what drew people in. It was super, super cheap to go out there, right? You get out there and your room's $30. You know, the breakfast buffet's $1. Lunch is, $1 at the buffet. Dinner is like $2. But the food was good. The service was excellent. And you felt like you were fucking there to have a great time. And they made you have a great time. And now it's like, they don't give a shit if you have a good time. They give a shit about, how much freaking, how much money you got and how much they can get out of you. Dude, there's places out there where a bottle of water is like $15. So, it got ridiculous. And I actually, it's kind of funny that you guys brought that up, the Vegas thing, because I just watched a documentary on that the other day about how Vegas is dying. Um, there's casinos out there laying off dealers and freaking like the cocktail waitresses that will walk around, like, because it used to be, I mean, it still is, like if you're gambling, you get your free drinks, but it used to be good drinks. Now you go into the freaking places and they're advertising like, a $40 cocktail. I ain't paying no $40 for a fucking rum and coke, you know? For that price, I'm going to Laughlin. I'm going to the fucking I'm going to the freaking Pioneer in Laughlin for fucking $15 a night for a room, and I'm having a goddamn blast because Laughlin's so much more laid back anyway, and it's on the river, so I can fish, river run, all that shit, right? Right? The River Lodge, the fucking Edgewater, fucking all that shit, dude. I miss the Colorado Bell, dude. Fucking Mark Twain's upstairs, the little restaurant in the Colorado Bell, dude. The all-you-can-eat chicken and ribs. That shit was fucking bomb for $6. That's some good fucking ribs for $6. But the Bell went out of business, so there was talk they were going to open it back up, but so far nothing's happening with it. Dude, we used to go there fucking twice a year. Hell, that's where I'd go play the. They had the free bet blackjack out there, which was fucking awesome. That was a cool way to fucking run their blackjack tables. So it was like, if you wanted to double down or split, like certain hands would be on the house. So like, if you had like, if you got a hand that you want to split, um, um, depending on the hand, it wasn't like every hand, but it was certain hands. If you wanted to split or double down, the whole free bet part of that table was that, you say you had two aces, right? You got dealt two aces on the blackjack table, and you wanted to split your aces. The house would put up the money for your split, which I thought was cool as fuck. Oh no shit. Yeah, what the fuck is that casino that was going to go right there before Harris? I don't remember what it was. But dude, Laughlin was like so much more fun than Vegas. Laughlin was fucking great. Laughlin was cool. And then you had like Bullhead right across the river and Oatman right up the road. Oatman's always cool. Just freaking check out the freaking donkeys cruising into town. But yeah, Laughlin was cool. That's if you guys ever watch Arizona Outdoors. He's always fishing the river right there across from Laughlin. Commission on that 9 mil of a land deal. So typically, okay, my wife's uncle is a real estate agent, and my sister-in-law is a real estate agent, and they both sell very, very, very high-end properties. My sister-in-law won't take a property that's less than freaking like $1.9 million. She won't even take the contract on it. But they usually make, depending on the agent, anywhere between 3 to 7%. Depends on the sale itself. So a $9 million deal, she's making fucking more on that deal than a lot of people make in a year. That's a fat deal right there. Still not a bad deal. Yeah, no way. It's not a bad deal. I mean, you figure. So, San Diego, the average house price right now is just under $1 million. It's like $950,000. It's like your average. You're talking like 3 bedroom, 2 bath, cookie cutter, um, tract home built by freaking, Bob's Development Company. All the houses on the street are the same fucking floor plan and all that bullshit. Your average is like 950 out here. So you sell, a $900,000 home, almost $1 million home. You sell 2 or 3 of those a year at 5% of that. You know, you're looking at freaking a good payday every year. You only got to sell 3 or 4 houses, and you're making 100,000 plus. Well, let's see. On $1 million, 5% would be what, 50 G's that you make on that one deal. So you sell 4 houses a year, you're making 200 G's. Hey, you're out of here, Josie. Josie, are you hunting tomorrow? Or are you doing the family thing? Dude, real estate is a damn good fucking. If you can get into real estate, maybe Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna get out tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to possibly get out Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll see. We'll see how I feel when I wake up in the morning. I'm getting better, but still a little congested and feel like shit. But we'll see how I feel tomorrow. But I need to get out because damn season's over fucking next week. But yeah, man, if you can, wind's gonna be bad. So yeah, you still got a few weeks, so you're good. You're good. I'm like running down to the fucking wire here. My hair's gonna be fucking down to my ass by next year season if I don't go fucking tag out. Because I made myself a deal at the end of last year's season that if I didn't tag out last season, I wouldn't cut my hair or my beard until I fucking tagged out. And we're like fucking 11, 12 days left of the season, so I might be looking like fucking Rapunzel by this time next year if it goes wrong. But yeah, man, if you can get into real estate, fuck, dude, there's so much money to be made because Oh yeah, Oregon's like, yeah. I'm not driving at this point. I'm not driving fucking 13 hours to go hunt. Not with this little time left in the season. I got some spots up there by Tahoe, and um, some other spots, Ukiah, up in the Emerald Triangle and shit that I could go up and drive up and hunt. But when you travel that far to go hunt, man, you gotta make it worth your time. You gotta take 2-3 weeks. You know, you gotta put a couple weeks, maybe a month on the books to get up there. No, my archery only tag is expired, and the only tag I have left right now is a freaking an area specific tag. So it's San Diego County only. But next year, I think if I travel next year, I'm gonna do that freaking elk thing, the drop camp elk hunt. I mean, for $3,200, dude, you know that's not bad. But I'm gonna do either that one, or I'm just gonna say fuck it and hit up freaking Michigan. Hunt that property I can hunt out there. Mole area in the mountains. Oh, like Otay. Yeah, I got some spots on Otay, but Otay's kind of crowded lately. I do have some really good spots down there, though. I might end up going checking Otay in the next couple days. You guys hear that shit with the neighbors' dogs up the road? Hey, Al. Welcome in, Al. Yeah, this is this little backyard lights we got going on all the time. These fucking dogs, man, like, I swear to God, if I could get away with it, I'd put an arrow in one of them just to shut them the fuck up. They'll do that like all night long. Yeah, Otay has been kind of chaos lately. Um, that's actually been there's border patrol all over that place right now. Um, but I have some spots up on Otay I could go hit. Um, but at this point in the year, I mean, I only got what 11, 12 days left of the season. So, hey, Rod, welcome back. Um, so yeah, with this short of the season, I really don't have the time to go scout any of the other spots or make a huge move. What I got to do is be super super strategic about it, and um, that's fucking hilarious, Rod. So what I'm going to do is I know there was a controlled burn yesterday and today, like a half a mile from my deer stands. So I've been watching the wind and the weather and the whole 9 yards up there, see which way the smoke's blowing, the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to use all of that information the rest of this season to kind of go where I think, on paper at least, it pushed all those deer in that area. So we'll see how it works out. It'll probably bite me in the ass, but you know, yeah, you got to be in the right place in the right time. I should have tagged out on Thanksgiving Day. Hey, Rivers with the $5 super chat. Hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, it's the way the season's been. I got impatient on Thanksgiving, If I would have waited 30 seconds to grab my bow, which I should have been in the freaking tree. I absolutely should have been in the tree. But I was an idiot and I was lazy and didn't want to bring my saddle out. Even though it was in the truck, I didn't feel like carrying the saddle and, all that out there. If I was in the tree, 100%, I would have had that deer. But because of the way I was positioned, thinking the way they were going to come in while I was ground hunting, and they came in the wrong direction, if I would have just waited 30 seconds, he would have walked right perfectly into a shooting lane where I could have grabbed my bow without him seeing the movement. And I would have had a little bit of a quartering away shot, but it would have been like 22 yards. Instead, I saw him at 15 yards and turned to grab my bow, and he saw me and busted me and bailed out. And that was a nice deer for out here. That was a nice big 3x3 mule deer. So that would have been basically out here. That's a brag about it size deer out here, especially in this area. So I should have freaking just waited. You have a crossbow you haven't used? Crossbow's not legal out here. At least not unless your doctor freaking signs off on it. You guys check out Rivers and Recurves. He shoots deer with a fucking recurve bow. That's like him and Tony both shoot with recurves. And I'll tell you what, that's fucking difficult. That's difficult. You huff too much of the chainsaw fume. Dude, there's no better smell on the planet than that freaking burning two-stroke oil. Holy shit. Outside with Shibe coming in with the 20 banger. Hell yeah. Coming in hot right into the chat. Right? Saw gas. Two-stroke of any kind is just freaking life. Anything like that is life. There's no sweeter smell in the world than a perfectly tuned Yamaha Banshee burning race fuel with high-end freaking two-stroke oil. Just nothing better. Like, that's the best smell ever. Tony doesn't huff the chainsaw fumes. Hey, not everybody's into the chainsaw stuff, but I'll tell you what, man. There's nothing better than that sweet smell of that good burning two-stroke. Oh, no way, Rod. Really? How are you going to do that? I mean, I know it's a very, very complicated answer, but, just when you thought Rod's freaking live streams couldn't get any better, he's about to freaking up the stakes. And oh, and he can mirror the fish finder to the stream. Holy shit. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. I had to run in the house for a quick second. All right. Dude, if you guys don't follow Rod, you guys need to go follow Want to See My Rod. His channel is badass. I always give him shit. Well, not give him shit, but I always joke that, like, every time he's out fishing, it's in a postcard photo. Like, everywhere that guy fishes is just fucking postcard photos. Everywhere. Even the little pond right down by his house is a postcard photo. And you guys, if you like fishing streams, you're not going to find anybody that goes harder than him. Like, when he goes out to fish, man, he goes out to fish. He will, most of us go out for a few hours. He went up to where was it, Flathead, where he slept in the truck for a couple hours while he was up there, and that was and he was live like sunrise to damn that one. He was live late. Oh, you're up in the Humboldt area, up on my boys, the Mendo Dope Boys. Yeah, well, dude, you said earlier you guys got like hurricane force winds and freaking, it's what, like negative 300 degrees outside. Mrs. SoCal was watching the stream from work while you were talking about the weather up there. And she knows that Montana's on my list. She knows that Montana and Wyoming are my top two, get out of Crapifornia spots. And that's hilarious. He even put in the Crapifornia. That's badass. But she saw you when you were talking about the weather, and she was like, "Yeah, fuck that. Those are like not even on her list." But you guys, yeah, you guys got to go check out Rod's freaking live streams in his channel. Super cool, dude. Fishing in some amazing spots, like all day long. And when I say all day long, man, he'll be on the water like as soon as he can see enough to put the boat in the water. And now that he's got all the electrical done, he'll be on the water until you know he can't be on the water anymore. Hey, VMH coming in hot with 100. But yeah, badass live stream, you guys. Badass. And he's not afraid to tell you and show you and explain to you the gear and the bait that he's using and where he's at and how he's doing everything. So VMH coming in hot with the thumbs ups. Oh yeah. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I definitely need to get up there and um I need to get up to Rod's neighborhood and go fish because you guys, if you have never watched him fish, that dude freaking slays pike. Like, dude, pike are afraid of him. He fucking catches them like they're going out of style. And pike and walleye are on my bucket list because we don't have them here. So one of these days here, I'm gonna talk Mrs. SoCal into letting me hook the truck and the boat up and drive my fat ass up to Montana and go try to make a 32 pike day. But who knows? I'll get up there and the pike won't want to come out and play. That's just my luck. This is creepy. Why is it creepy? We in the Squid Games? No, we're in the backyard, hanging out, chilling, talking, fishing, hunting, and killing shit, and whatever else comes up. Shit, I can't believe it's only freaking 9:15, man. It feels like it should be like midnight right now. But yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to get up there and um, get up there and go do some pike fishing with Rod because if anybody can catch pike, man, it's him. Canada? No, I'm like as far south as you can get from Canada. It's my favorite comment on the Tidal Reservoir stream. Hey, you know what? Tell him freaking, hey, yeah, you know. if he wants to go fish, because Tiber's kicked your ass like what, the last 3 times you've been there. What are the lights? They're just lights. Yeah, dude. If he wants to freaking give you some pointers on Tiber, freaking, I wouldn't pay him for it. I mean, you can go fish that lake yourself all you want, but if he's a guide, obviously he knows, that lake pretty well. So I'd be all about it. Okay, twice. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I swear it was like 3 times you were up there this year. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing one of the trips to Halter or something. I don't know. Do I like off-roading? That's like 1/3 of what my channel is all about, man. I'm an old former washed-up desert racer. Actually, we did a little off-roading today. Not a lot, but a little bit in the truck today on the earlier live. Yeah, he's probably just trying to sell you a paid freaking trip. But, hell, it's worth getting some info out of him. What kind of truck do I have? I just got an F-150. I'm all about the dirt bikes. Yeah. I mean, you never know, though. You never know. There's there could be the chance that, he sees you as a local and is willing to give up some information, especially if he was talking about, watching your live stream, because you give so much information, about where you're at, what you're doing, how you're doing it, what speeds you're trolling at, what depth, what lures, the whole 9 yards. So there's a very good possibility that when am I going to get a Chevy? I'm not going to get a Chevy. Nope. I'm not. I get a Chevy when they come back out with the an exact replica version of the 71 K5 Blazer with a big ass freaking 454 in it. That's when I'll get a Chevy, when they bring back the true K5, the 71 freaking K5. Which I fucking never should have sold mine, but I think it was nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. I decided to sell it when the crankshaft broke. But yeah, Rod, I definitely talk to the guy, get a hold of him, and kind of pick his brain, see where his mindset's at on that whole thing. What city am I in? I'm nowhere near a city, bro. I'm what did we determine earlier on the live stream? I'm 55 minutes away from the nearest grocery store. So, nowhere near a city. What country? Look at the name of the channel and take one guess. Just one wild guess. Wild ass guess. What country are you in? Yeah, I'm like, shit, I gotta pass the boondocks to get to where I'm at. Fucking bumfuck Egypt's like 70 miles down the road. Oh, you're uploading another short already? Hey, you never know. You never know. You might have 2 that hit fucking hard back to back. I mean, shit, that one Josie put up fucking hit hard. I'm waiting for Rod to drop some more of the Water Wolf camera footage. I love that shit, dude. I love watching that shit. Those are some of my favorite videos that have come out. Some of that Water Wolf shit's awesome. And just watching the fish just check out the lures is badass. Travis Skyline. Definitely ain't in freaking California, Drew. Somebody's out there on a freaking quad getting some out in the fields. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I know exactly who that is, too. It's one of my neighbors that still races. There's a night race coming up out here, so he's probably out fucking playing around with his headlights set up and all that. He was back up in the hills behind the house. There was fifth gear. I know exactly where he's at, just by what gear he's going in. All right, sorry. Your ads can't adjust? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't wait to see this new setup you got going on. That's gonna be bitching. Because you said you can what? You can mirror the low rants, and you're gonna have multiple camera views. If that's what I heard correctly, that'll be cool as fuck. That'll be super cool. Dude, he's over there. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. He's over there ripping through the hills. Yeah, but if it's well, I'm not gonna say if it's working at home, it's gonna work on the boat, but for the most part, it should. Very well should. How'd that rectifier work for your power system? Did that help? Jesus Christ, it's going off over the hills tonight. We got military helicopters out there. We got freaking neighbor down the way ripping the quad through there. Actually, sounds like he rode up over to the freaking gas stations by the freeway. Dude, manual transmission is the millennial freaking theft protection device. When I went to go buy a truck, I couldn't even get the truck I wanted in a manual. They don't make it. And like back in the day when I bought my very first truck, automatic was a special order. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So it regulated everything perfectly. That's awesome. So was it just pushing out too much power, or was it like not putting out enough before the rectifier? I think you were probably pushing too much. I actually have to replace the freaking rectifier on my bike, which is simple, but it's like $140 for that bike. It was pushing too much. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So it wasn't regulating. It was just way too freaking much voltage, and that makes perfect sense. Well, too much is better than not enough, though. Hey, leave it. Leave it. Nope, leave it. Hey, both of you. That's what I thought. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense with AGM. So, yeah. Fucking dog. Leave it alone. Remember by Glamis? I'm probably what? I can make it to Glamis in like an hour and 20 minutes, depending on traffic. I grew up riding out there. Well, not Glamis specifically, but Gordonswell, which is basically the south end of Glamis. I've been out there, shit. I grew up out there. I was out there every other weekend. And then they started closing parts of the dunes off and forcing everybody north into Glamis. It became a fuck show, so I won't even go out there. Hey, 808, aloha. Meke kalikimaka. An RM80? An RM80, so I'm assuming you're young. No, I'm not in Yuma. Hey, leave it alone. You're not gonna bark because the asshole dogs down the street never shut up. No, I'm not in Ducati. You're young. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's why you're on a. Okay. Cars, killing deer, killing fish, whatever. We're just chilling. I've been sick for like a week, so I haven't gone live. So I figured, might as well just do a live chilling out in the backyard. I'll be out in the deer woods in the next couple days. Hopefully. I'll know tomorrow when I wake up how I'm feeling. I'm not going out tomorrow for sure, 100% guaranteed. Not going to go deer hunt tomorrow, but possibly start back up Saturday. Get the fuck out of here with that fentanyl shit, dude. Dude, so it's funny, Drew. We can't get the Hilux over here, and the Hilux is a badass fucking truck. Um, Toyota enters the Hilux on the Dakar Rally all the time, and it does very well. Is there crackheads where I live? No, not where I'm at, dude. Not where I'm at. There ain't nothing out here but fucking rednecks and fucking desert racers. If we're not out here killing something in the woods, we're on the desert. A little 80 though, dude. God, I wish I had a little 80. I actually kind of want to step the 450 down and get a. No, dude, I'm not knocking TOLs either, and I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at, bro. I'm not gonna give you my address. I mean, you can try, you know, fucking. Feel free to come try to fucking come into my house and feel free, but if you make it past the dogs, good luck. And if you make it past the dogs, then you got to make it past me, and that's guaranteed not going to happen. But no, the little 125 or like a little 250 would be so freaking fun just because they're so light. You can throw them around like a bicycle. Yeah, I'm not going to give out my little town, dude. I live in a little town where fucking. I live in a town called Fucking Around and Find Out. I live in a small town where we don't dial 911 out here. We dial 556 or 357. Hell, even if we did dial 911, it'd take them like an hour to get here. Right, dude? The little 125 freaking. Little 125 would be so fun. It's so light. Like that freaking. The 450s. Dude, the 450's fucking fast. Like over the top fast. But it's heavy. Dude, I'll be a two-stroke loyalist till the day I die. I think one of the fastest bikes I ever rode was the freaking my Banshee. My Banshee was probably the fastest thing I've ever ridden. But I put tens of thousands of dollars into the motor and suspension on that thing. And the my engine builder cut me off at the point where I wanted NOS on that bike. And he was like, dude, I'm not going to do it. I'll do anything you want on this bike, but I'm not going to put NOS. Yeah, two strokes. Well, unless you know, if you know how to ride really, really well and you know how to manipulate that power on the two stroke, they're fun on the trails. They're fun. They're light. They're nimble. They're fun. They're fast. You just got to know how to manage that power. I forget what I have it all written down, but it was a very high compression, very freaking. I'd pull up. So back in the day when all those guys were building like the Cheetah Cub motors and all that shit, right? Thinking they were super fucking fast. I'd pull up to them with the sand drags and just smoke their ass. Dude, have you ever shot full auto? That's a topic we're not going to go into. I don't talk about it. Yeah, I have. The little 49cc rocket. Those things are cool though for like cruising around town, dude. They get like fucking 300 miles to a tank. You're a vet. Of course, he shot full auto if he's a vet. Most people out there in the world that think they can go just pick up freaking full auto and be accurate don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, fuck you. You can go in. I'm not good enough to let you in. You know how to get in. Fucking lame ass dog. Yeah, full auto is not something that just the average everyday person can go in and pick up and shoot. You might hit with your first round, but if you don't know what you're doing, you ain't gonna be nothing but shooting birds after that. Full auto is not spray and pray if you know what you're doing and you know how to handle it. But it's not something that just your average, ordinary, everyday person's gonna go out there and you're not gonna just go pick up a fucking M240 and go freaking dump an entire belt. It's not gonna happen. Bingus. Holy shit, brother. It's been a while. How you doing? Your friends at school don't have them, bro. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Absolutely 100% guarantee it. Yeah, exactly. If you don't know what you're doing, you ain't hitting shit. Right? Yeah, BB guns don't count, dude. Yeah, exactly, Rod. Exactly. With full auto, man. If you don't know how to control that firearm properly, dude, you can start shooting to the ground, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be shooting the fucking moon. So you're telling me all your underage friends got freaking Glocks with Glock switches? I call bullshit. I think everybody in here that knows fucking anything about freaking firearms knows that you're full of shit. That statement right there just proved it. There's no button, bro. There ain't no button. There ain't no fucking button. I don't care how you fucking put it. There ain't no button. Full auto is not, there's no button. Yeah. For freaking, yeah. Unless you know exactly what unless you know exactly how to handle that firearm, you ain't hitting shit on full auto. You're black and offended? Well, I'm white and don't care that you're offended. If you're offended, that means you're in the wrong channel. Dude, that'd be so cool to be able to see the freaking, be able to see all of that shit all at once. What, it's like a four-way split screen, or how are you doing that? I just threw the tennis ball and it got stuck in the fence. Oh, you already got it out, dude? Nice. Bingus is high. Bingus grows some fucking. If you guys are into the growing and learning about cannabis, um, then you guys need to go check out Bingus. That dude produces some freaking phenomenal cannabis. Bro, you little kids come in here trying to talk hard. You fucking wow, fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Ah, 338 Lapua or 30-06 depends. Really, it's gonna depend. It's really gonna depend. What are you shooting? How far are you shooting? What's your wind? What's your freaking all of it? It's really gonna depend. Different tools for different jobs. What's Bingus's latest tool or strains? Shit, Bingus is working with some crazy shit. So I'll tell you what, his biggest mile fucking knocked my dick in the dirt. You want to get into? So I would, if you want to get into growing, I would highly freaking recommend um, checking out Bingus. And from Bingus, you'll find an entire network that you can check out that will give you more information that you can possibly perceive. So it takes a single incoming stream and split automatically into a horizontal and a vertical live stream. Dude, that's kind of badass. Oh, really? Okay, a third party app. Okay. But the multiple camera overlays, dude, I can't wait to see you get out and beta test this on the boat. Dude, you get caught with full auto in California and you're going to a fucking federal pound me in the ass prison. How long does it take to grow indoor? Depends on what you're growing and how you're growing it. Some people can go seed to harvest in like 70 days. Other people, um, yeah, this fucking neighborhood fucking chump. By that comment right there, just proves he doesn't know a fucking clue what he's talking about. Oh, no shit. Okay, so you got a whole new channel. Rodbot, that's fucking hilarious. All right. I'll have to find that. Yeah, I kind of want to see how that's going to work out. Because, dude, we all know if Rod's got his hand into it, it's going to fucking turn out badass. I mean, shit, look what he did with Nightbot. Fucking took Nightbot and fucking made a program that was already working, fucking, well, sort of working, made it turn fucking badass. The dual stream YouTube's. I didn't know YouTube had a dual stream. Is it so? Are you talking about like split lives? Oh, it's brand new. Okay, but now is that like so? When you say the YouTube dual thing isn't working, is it more of a split live or is it like you can do a dual live by yourself kind of a thing? So you get the two different points of view with two different devices. Because that almost sounds badass, like especially like split lives, except you're the only one live. Okay, so it'd be like okay. Oh, really? Okay, that's kind of a trip. But you'd have to have two devices or what? One device? No shit. Okay, that's kind of a trip. We tried doing the split live, me and Mrs. SoCal. I think Rod was there, and we just got nothing but freaking shit audio feedback. Oh, I see. Okay, so you get okay. I got it. Okay. So you get the full screen or the freaking regular half screen thing. That's kind of badass. Either way. Either way. Freaking I'm so bad with all this technology shit that like shit guys, I had to have Rod freaking dial in my Nightbot for me. So it basically I got you. Okay, so it merges chat, but it sends the video depending on device. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. I need to invest in the DJI mics because the ones I was using last stream, I fucking broke the little USB thing off of it. So okay, that's cool. I like that theory. You get well, yeah, because right now, if you're on the laptop or the desktop or whatever, you still get that fucked up freaking screen. So, well, no, it's half the shit from YouTube's not currently working like it should. Oh, so yeah, and the full screen on the freaking mobile doesn't work. Like, yeah. Sounds like though what you're doing is gonna freaking bypass their bullshit anyway. Which, I mean, fuck, look what you did with Nightbot. Fucking Rod broke Nightbot to fix it. It made it better than Nightbot freaking originally intended it. Fuck, it's getting cold out here. What is it out here? Oh yeah, it's like fucking 36 out here right now. Oh, it needs that to work. Okay, I gotcha. All right. So you're just gonna be able to piggyback off their stuff. But it sounds like, fucking knowing you, when they get it working, you're gonna make it fucking better on your end. Because Nightbot's a perfect example. You're just building the setup. Okay. That's gonna be cool though. Now I want YouTube to fucking get on their shit and get it fixed. I want to see this. Because I'm pretty sure if anybody can make it work better than they intended, it's gonna be you. Shit, guys, I've been live for like 2.5 hours. Just doing nothing. It's like a Seinfeld episode about nothing. But it's all good. It's all good. I haven't been live in a week because I've been freaking sick. So I actually need to go take the cover off the boat and clean it out. Should have cleaned it before I put the cover on it, but I put the cover on it because we were getting rain. But I've had it parked underneath the tree out front, and all the freaking leaves fell in the boat. And then I still haven't cleaned up all my mess in there from the flooring and all that shit. So I got to get it all cleaned out so I can go fish. But it's been dead here. Like, nobody's catching nothing. I talked to a buddy of mine. He came into town. He's a pro fisherman. He came into town to do a tournament, and there was like 3 guys in the tournament that actually caught fish. So it's been shitty. Oh, so you'll be able to, okay, so you'll be able to switch between the 2 phones and the 2 GoPros and the fish finder? Or you can overlay them all, or dude, if that's the case, if you're able to just like switch multiple angles, that's gonna be awesome, especially the freaking places you fish. That's gonna be freaking badass. Dude, yeah, that could be super cool. Because you've had that issue all the time so far with the one option of, you know, what the camera sees is like the whole left side of your boat is pretty much left out. Oh, that's, dude, yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. Especially on the boat, man. To have all those different views like that, that'd be super cool. iPhone to panorama, yeah. See, that'd be, yeah. Dude, that sounds like it's going to be freaking awesome once they get it all figured out. No, dude. You have a dog door. Use it. I'm not getting up to let you in. Use the dog door. Live subtitles, even? Oh, that'd be cool, too. That'd be way cool, too. Because I know you can do subtitles on, like, replay, but date, location, overlays. Oh, see? So you'll be able to basically phase out Nightbot almost, it sounds like. Which, that'd be awesome. That'd be real cool. Almost like the only thing you really, well, I'm sure you'd figure out how to do it, but the catch count sounds like you could probably even phase that in too. You live in the mountains of SoCal, where about? Dude, yeah, until you build RodBot. That's awesome. I know you said you were kind of like playing with that already. Big Bear? Oh, dude, Big Bear's badass. I haven't been up there in like a year and a half, but I love it up there in Big Bear. You fish up there? I was actually kind of thinking about dragging the boat up, but that road sucks going up the hill. I'll tell you what, man, some of the worst fog I've ever seen in my life was up there in Big Bear. What up, puppet? But dude, hey, getting to jump in is like the first freaking step. So you got it that far. And with your skill set, freaking, it's only a matter of time until you're able to make it fully functional. But dude, that's awesome. Hey, when you get it working, I'll freaking when you get it working, man, I will definitely use that over Nightbot. Because I know that one will be reliable. And I'm sure you get the weather APIs and all that figured out to the point where they're correct. Last time I was out, somebody typed in the weather. I had them put in the zip code, and it said it was like 75 degrees out there, and I was fucking frozen. I can see my breath, and it's telling me it's 75 degrees. But, you know, I wouldn't expect it to be able to pinpoint where I was at, so. So yeah, I'll definitely, I'll buy myself a version of RodBot. Because I know it's going to work. All right, dude, I'm done throwing that stupid ball for you. You need to go in and lay down. Your shoulder's all screwed up. You were limping earlier, so. I know you need to stretch it, but you need to relax too. So go lay down. Yeah, the legit weather stations out here, few and far between. So. Yeah, they're always wrong out here. They're always wrong. Like right now, if you typed in the weather for me, it's going to tell you it's in the 60s, but I look at the thermometer sitting over here on my freaking patio and it's like 38. But now, see, here's the weird thing too. Like up in the deer woods, um, not far from where I'm hunting at up there is an actual Air Force like outpost thing up there. I'm not exactly sure what they do in it, but you would figure they would have the weather on point right there. Which I doubt I doubt they share it with anything other than military, but they have a whole freaking little base up there. You would think their weather right there would be on point, but who knows? Yeah, 15 miles. People don't realize, man. 15 miles, you could be freaking. Wind speeds could be way different. Temperatures could be way different. Freaking, it could be raining at your house, and then 15 miles down the road, it's freaking 70 degrees and sunny. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Great Falls is freaking perfect and beautiful, and over in Vaughn, it's freaking snowy and freaking hurricane winds. I mean, it's the same way where I'm at, man. Like, you get on the road 10 miles and the wind's fucking blowing you off the freeway. They got the road closed to like, high profile vehicles. And over here, there's no wind blowing whatsoever. Shit, we just went through that like last week. We were driving home from, where did we go? We went west for something. Oh, it's coming back from the deer woods. It's coming back from the deer woods. And I got on the freeway, and the next town over from us, which is like 20 miles away, going through there, it's freaking blowing my truck. Freaking, I drove down the middle of the freeway because, like the white line and the 2-lane freeway was freaking going right down the middle of my truck just to keep it, halfway in the freaking one lane. And I got closer to my house, and all of a sudden there's like no wind. So, a couple of miles difference is huge when it comes to weather. Especially like, you just grabbed your cheap Indian tobacco. Which one? I've been smoking the cheap Indian tobacco myself. It's actually better than the freaking name brand shit. But yeah, the weather, like, nah, the American spirits are fucking. So, the American spirits are good, but Red River, oh, the freaking, you rolling it up then, right? I switched over to one of the Indian brands, and I can't tell the difference between that and an American Spirit. The American Spirits out here are like fucking over $18 a pack now. And then the ones I buy from the Indian casino are like $5.50. And you can't tell the difference between that and the American Spirit. Except for the fact that, you can't get menthol in California. So, but I don't smoke menthol anyway, so. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. Mrs. SoCal gets off work in like an hour, so. Well, no. I don't know if she gets off in an hour or not. She either gets off at 11 or 3. It depends. And it sounds like fucking douchebag went home sick, so she's probably going to end up getting stuck there till 3. But I'm going to pass out. Yeah, I should actually probably go in and eat some food and do some shit in the house. I haven't done shit today. Like, you know, I haven't done jack shit. I mean, I guess I went to the grocery store. I guess that's something. But usually, since I'm retired and she's not, I do all the housework because she works 14 and 16-hour shifts 5 days a week. So, try to keep up on the house so that she doesn't have to do it. But I haven't done jack shit today. So, yeah, I'll probably call it. Go and eat some food and do some shit around the house. My neighbors probably think I'm a fucking tweaker because I'll be vacuuming at like 11 o'clock. But, I mean, I'm on my own schedule. I don't have a timeline for shit, so I do shit when I feel like doing shit, Hell, the other night, last week, it was like midnight, and I had freaking Bob Marley going on the fucking stereo, fucking cranking, cleaning the house. They probably thought I was freaking twacked out of my mind, but nope. You're gonna go to the store, but you're chatting instead, right? See, that's what I do. I like get caught up on doing other shit. I've been watching a bunch of like, the fuck was that? I think there's a fucking mountain lion out there in the wash. I've had an issue with mountain lions out here lately. Swear to God, I just heard freaking mountain lion scream. But now I've been watching a bunch of freaking military shit lately. And going down the fucking rabbit hole on that. What's some pretty killer documentaries. Some pretty fucking cool people. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna what's the station? No, it's been mostly like YouTube documentary shit. Um Here, I'm gonna restart a goal. Why not? They're there. Why not play with them? It's been a lot of it's been like the Military History Channel. It's all on YouTube shit. Um, I'd have to look through and see what actual like YouTube channels they are, but a bunch of it's been about certain individual freaking battles in Afghan and Iraq and Syria. Um, I can't remember the name of the channels. What in the fuck is going on over there? Hang on, guys. I gotta check something real quick. I think somebody's in the neighbor's yard. I gotta check this out. Bro, Q soldier that got caught up in World War II. Oh, no shit. No shit. Yeah, most of the shit I've been watching is on YouTube. It's, been watching a lot of recent shit. More like Iraq, Afghanistan shit. I just watched a documentary about the whole planning and execution of like Desert Storm and all of those, which are pretty badass. Pretty badass. There's something cruising around in the neighbor's yard over there. It's not a person. There's been some weird fucking animal activity going on here tonight. It's like John Wick meets Rambo. Nice. Yeah, if you're in the military, like Military History Channel has badass shit. And then there's some other channels. I'll find them and post them up in the community page. But there's some badass shit out there. Your uncle was an Afghan? Okay. All right. So you know the kind of shit he's been through. I mean, I'm sure he's told you some of it, but a lot of people that were there. Dude, that is definitely a fucking mountain lion out there. A lot of people were there don't talk about shit. Yeah, it was definitely a shit show. Definitely a shit show. I just watched one this morning on the first entry into Fallujah, and then another one on the second entry into Fallujah. Dude, there's something definitely in the fucking neighbor's yard. It's the last Rambo with a rat hole in the yard. I don't think I saw the last one. I think after the second one, they were like, because there's what, like 3 or 4 of them now. Hey, what's up, PC man? It's actually good. Yeah, but wasn't he like 90 when they made the last one? Dude, what the fuck is going on over there? Sounds like a fucking dog chewing on a bone or something. Get a monster. It's just a little light that I got out in the backyard. It's kind of freaking cool though. It's kind of trippy. But just a little party light I got out here. Oh, it's a Rambo about a cartel shit? Okay. Yeah, this thing's freaking trippy. It's actually like, I got it pointed at the shed and then the freaking patio canopy. But it does up like the whole yard. Like you can't see the tree because it's dark, but the whole tree's all freaking like trippy lights all over it. And even way out into like the back hill. It's a cool little freaking like chilling party light. Stallone still wrote the movie. I was never a huge fan of his, but some of the movies he was in were good. Like Rocky, like the first Rocky and the second Rocky were good. And then they just fucking jumped the shark. Like, they're up to like what, like Rocky 47 now? Where he fights like fucking George Burns. I'm waiting for him to fucking come out with like the AI generated one where he fights Muhammad Ali. Guys, I'm going to give this about 5 more minutes and then I'm going to call it. It's getting fucking cold out here. I got to go in and do some shit around the house because I've been lazy all day. Like tomorrow, I'm not going hunting tomorrow for guaranteed. It's already shit. If I went to bed right now, I'd get 4.5 hours. And I'm not going to go hunt on 4 hours of sleep. But really, there's another one? Apollo's kid? Come on, man. Like they jumped the shark with the Russian one. But yeah, I think tomorrow what I'll do is I need to get the boat all dialed in. So I need to put the tester on the batteries, make sure they're holding like they should. I need to get it all cleaned out, get everything freaking ready to go because I need to go fish. So I'll probably do that. I'll might as well throw the live on while I do that, right? No reason not to. Get some views, hang out, freaking. But I want to rearrange a bunch of shit on the boat. I got some new handles for all the deck lids. They're just real freaking. I can't find the proper handles and latches for those lids. So apparently they don't make them anymore. I'd have to recut the deck lid to fit a new handle in there. So I got some that I'm going to use that are just kind of not meant for what I'm going to use them for, but I'll probably put those on tomorrow. I've been looking for one of my drills like died. Just all of a sudden doesn't fucking work. And I've been looking for the other one for like 2 weeks. And I went out and looked today. It's in the freaking boat. So I got all the batteries charged up for it. I'll go out and put those lids or the little lid latch handles on and, get the boat all ready to fish. I got to put the seats back in, like the bow and the stern. You're expecting 20 inches of rain this week? Jesus Christ, dude. That's more than we get all year. We haven't got 20 inches of rain in the last freaking 2 years. The last storm that came through here was brutal. Fucking poured for like 4 days. We only got like 2.5, almost 3 inches out of that. So, but that's the whole reason the cover's on the boat right now is because that freaking that rain came through. Your water gets sent down here so we can fucking let it go into the ocean. That's probably a combination of both of them, Drew. The lights and the fish whistle. After a while, man. I'll be out here. I don't drink, but when I do, which is like very few and far between. After a couple of cocktails, man, your head starts getting weird with these lights out here. We had a we had some people over one night, and my one buddy had like way too many, and we turned these lights on, dude, and it put him into a fucking tailspin. He was fine until these came on, and then it was just like the combination of all the fucking rum and these lights. He was done. See, I can't do like shots and all that. I mean, I'm happy drunk. When I get drunk, I'm fucking happy and funny and shit. But I don't handle that shit well the next day. I used to be able to get fucking hammered and wake up the next day and be perfect. Now it's like the hangover lasts for like a week. Oh, I've done that where you just get so fucked up you freaking can't move. You fall and hit the floor and you're just like, fuck it, I'll stay here. Yeah, now that we got the Starlink too, we can go to the home lake and fish the lake because we, since I switched to Verizon, you guys all know how I feel about fucking Verizon now. I haven't been able to fish the home lake live because I don't get service there. But now with Starlink, we can. I know for a fact it worked in the truck, so we'll be able to Starlink it out there and be just fine. So, like tomorrow, I got a couple things I got to do. I got to cut this bush out here in the back because I guess it's cutting my dog's face up. I think it's one of the branches is broke or something, and he keeps sticking his fucking face into it. But I got to get the boat ready to go because deer season is coming to a very, very fast end. We got like, today's what, the 18th or the 19th? So I got like 11, 12 days tops left in deer season. But oh, they just sold out. Well, Starlink's not going to do shit for your phone, for your actual like text messaging and phone calls and all that. It won't do shit. But for like internet, you can get internet with Starlink pretty much anywhere you go. As long as like I found out the hard way in the deer woods that one tree in the wrong spot will block your service. But the Starlink Mini, yeah, the Starlink Mini's what I got. The regular Starlink, the big one, is you can't travel with it. It won't work on the move. So, but if you get the Starlink Mini, let me know before you get it because I have a discount code I can freaking hook you up with. The Roam Unlimited, yeah. Fucking Roam Unlimited's expensive though. It's fucking $170. But the cool thing about Starlink is like you can start and stop your service. So like if I know for a fact I'm freaking not going to be using Starlink, for January, which I know I'm going to be using it in January, but if I know I'm not going to use it for that month, I can stop my service and there's no freaking fees or charges or anything like that. So it makes it worth it. But yeah, the Roam Unlimited plan's fucking $170. but we got rid of we don't watch TV ever. Like, so we got rid of our TV service. And that's like the Roam plan is freaking like $15 less than we're paying for TV. So, and it's more useful. But yeah, that's what I've been using is the mini, which works great. Works fucking great. You're gonna have to buy, unless you're using it at home, you're gonna have to buy some sort of something to power it. Rod uses his DeWalt batteries to power his on the boat, and I think he's getting like 4 or 5 hours out of a 20-volt DeWalt battery. But I ended up going and buying a little portable power bank, the Jackery 500 or whatever, which it weighs like 15 pounds, so it's a pain in the ass to carry out into the deer woods. But you can call the company, ask for a sponsorship. Here's the fucked up thing with Starlink. They do not have customer service. Like, I'm not saying their customer service sucks or, you know, could use improvement or any of that. There is not an option for customer service. Oh, you got the EcoFlow? Okay, yeah. Yeah, but are you going to see? I'm carrying this shit out like into the deer woods. I'm throwing the Starlink into a backpack and, you know, um, you know, carrying it out in the freaking out to my tree stand and shit. So, message got blocked by YouTube. They do that, man. They do that. They'll like some messages they won't let go through chat. You got to reword it. I don't know why. They're stupid like that. Yeah, when they block your messages, you just got to reword it. So, but whatever. It is what it is. It's YouTube. So, all right, guys. It's 10:30. I said I was gonna get out of here at 10. So I'm gonna call it. But I'll be back tomorrow live doing shit on the boat. So we'll hang out while I'm doing that, and then depending, hopefully I can get a deer this weekend and end deer season. But we'll be fishing here pretty quick with Starlink too. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun. So all right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.